Okay, we're back. So Rimururu wants to know what happened to her father. And then she's like, no, and runs away. Like, oh, Rimururu. But she turned into a wolf. No, actually she didn't. Ma, Shikuru, どうしたの? So anyone familiar with the games will know that Nakoruru, as with every character, has a slash version and a bust version. And in Nakoruru's slash version, she uses Mamahaha, and in her bust version, she uses Shikuru, the wolf. And you can actually choose who you use in this game. At the moment, I'm going to stick with Mamahaha. You do get different skills that use the animals differently. But you can change at a later date. Shikuru will pop up in different towns, or if you're using Shikuru, Mamahaha, and you can decide whenever you talk to them who you want to switch to. So that's pretty good. Rimururu wants to come with us to Edo, which is modern day Tokyo, but Nakoruru wants her to stay behind and protect Kamui-kotan. Each of the 6 characters in the game, the 6 main characters, have a different sort of prologue. But once they get to Edo, their stories combine. And there's actually 2 possible scenarios in this game. I'm playing the first one, which is arguably the easier of the 2. I need to quickly heal. Let's use this new skill, Amube Yatoro. So, as you can see, you can use Mamahaha in attacks. And Kamui Rimse. Nakoruru is one of my favorite characters from the series. I'm not big into fighting games in terms of actually playing them because I'm really uncoordinated. So I've never really properly tried to play a fighting game, like sat down and learned the moves and stuff. It must be pretty awesome if you're good at it and you have a character you use, but I've never been one of those people. But Samurai Shodown, I think my friend had it on the Neo Geo. Yeah, my friend actually had a Neo Geo. And so we used to play it at his house a lot. And I really like the character design. The characters are really neat. So I've always liked the series. Kuroko here, if you talk to him you can save, but I should be okay just right now. And then we can talk to this guy to get on the boat. If you come here before you've saved your father, he'll say that the waters are frozen over and that he can't take you anywhere. But once you defeat that bear boss, the waters sort of warm up a bit, and then the boat can leave and take you to Edo. You have to talk to the elder as well. He'll give you like a pass to come here. And here we have Charlotte, who's another character that people familiar with the series will know. She's a fencer from France. And then if you come into here, you can pick your allies to accompany you on the journey. So the available characters are Cham Cham, Charlotte, Galford, Kyosuke, and then up here we have Haomaru, Rimururu, who somehow managed to make it here ahead of us. I don't really know how that happened. And then Ukyo. Ukyo uses Iai, like Iaido, which is like a martial art where you focusing on drawing the sword. Charlotte uses is it an épée or a rapier or something, like one of those fencing swords, like kind of like pirates use. Well, yeah, they use like cutlasses, don't they? Which is like a saber. If you know in fencing how there's like a foil, which is the bendy one, and then there's a saber, which is the big thick one, and there's epee, which is the like the long pointy one. She uses one of those. I could be horribly wrong. Rimururu uses an ice spirit called Conril, and she's quite similar to Nakoruru. She has a lot of healing spells. Kyosuke uses flame elemental, and I quite like him as a character actually. He's quite strong. Haomaru is very strong, but he's kind of like Ryu. He's not that interesting to me. I don't think he's that exciting. Galford is an American ninja, and he has a dog called Poppy, who accompanies him. And Cham Cham is just this crazy cat jungle girl who has a giant boomerang. And then so I asked people again who they liked, and the popular characters were Nakoruru, Charlotte, Haomaru, Galford, and Rimururu. I would put Rimururu. You can have 3 people in your party, by the way, so you pick 2 more. I would pick Rimururu, except that I'm using Nakoruru as my main character, and they're pretty similar, so you don't really need 2 of the same character. And since people like Galford, I'm going to go with Galford, and people like Nakoruru, so I'm going with Nakoruru. Galford's not one of my favorites. I think he's okay, but he's a really good character in this game, so I don't mind at all using him. I would have chosen Charlotte, but she's really slow in this game, which is a shame. And then I'm going to go with my favorite character. I'm going to go with Cham Cham, who is always my favorite character. Okay, so that's our 3. You need to talk to this guy to finalize your decision. You can change, but once you've picked your 3, you can't change ever again in this scenario, so you have to be happy with your choice. And another reason I picked this party is that everyone has a pet, which makes it just like awesome like zoo adventures. So Nakoruru has Mama Haha, Galford has Poppy, and Cham Cham has Paku Paku, which is a monkey, but actually is Tam Tam, her older brother, who's been transformed into a monkey. So that's pretty cool. So now we need to find Yagyu Jubei, and I believe this is his house right here. No. Okay, they were not very helpful. This is Yagyu Jubei's house. Yes, I need to meet him. Okay, so I need to go and see the Onmyoji, who's the like, what's an Onmyoji? They're like diviners, or something like that. They use the power of yin and yang. Onmyo is yin yang. So yes, there's a big stone in the garden where I've sealed a monster. And okay, he's like, oh, no one is strong enough, but to prove ourselves, we'll defeat it. And wait, did I just go the wrong way? I might have. Yeah, I did. Oops, my bad. Okay, let's go. So he sealed the monster in this stone. Oops, I think I didn't talk to him right. My bad. Talk to you again. Oh no, I said that I'll heed his warning. I actually don't want to heed his warning. I want to go against it. Let's go! Okay, this should work this time. I've sealed him beneath this stone. Cards! Okay, here we go. And now we have to fight the ferocious Pillar guy! This guy's so underwhelming. Okay, so the first thing you'll see is that we can use Galford. So let's use Rush Dog. Yeah, he has a cool American accent. And then Cham Cham, we can use Tangere Ara. Oh no, he dodged the boomerang. Now when you select your main character, now that we have more than 3 people, we can change our formation. So I'm going to stick Nakoruru in the back and Cham Cham at the front. Cham Cham has the most stamina, so she's useful at the front. Ooh, I forgot to heal Nakoruru, so she has no skills. Oh well. I'm kind of blazing through this a little bit too fast, but we should be okay. Let's see Galford's other skill, which is Plasma Blade. The other thing that I haven't mentioned is that you can choose the strength of your attack. After you choose your target, because as in like any fighting game, you have like strong attack, weak attack, stuff like that. After you select your target, you can press square, X, or circle to do different strengths of attack. And I think different attacks work better against different enemies. So this guy shouldn't be too hard. Galford's element is lightning. In terms of his skills, you can change each of the character's weapons to imbue it with a different affinity, whatever you like. But certain characters, depending their skills, have an innate element attached, and so Galford has a lot of lightning-based moves. I love that we have so many pets. Let's finish the job with Poppy. Incident? Oh, okay, we didn't finish the job. Poppy is actually called Puppy in Japanese, which is probably not a very cool name, so they changed it to Poppy in English. But you might hear Galford saying, "Go, Poppy," but it sounds a little bit like Puppy, because I think it actually is. So everyone leveled up, yay! I've got everyone in their slash colours, by the way. You can change their colours to their bust colours, which are like their costume changes in the game. Any of the main characters, you can change their busts, change to their bust colour when you're selecting them. Oh, he's gone, okay, Yagyu Jube has gone towards Fujisan, Mount Fuji, so we can go after him there. But right now I've got everyone in their slash colours. Okay, that young girl's name is Machi, and her father is, she wants to become a singer, and her father's like, "No, don't be stupid," and then she's like, "Oh, you suck," and runs away. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the direct translation, "You suck." No, I'm kidding. Okay, so I'm gonna finally heal. Let's do this. 20 gold per person, that's okay. This game is quite, what's the word? Thrifty? No. Finding gold, it can be quite difficult. So you can't really just go crazy buying stuff, which makes life hard. Even though this is supposedly the easier of the two scenarios. Luckily, because we have Nakoruru, she can heal. If you don't have a character that can heal, you in fact have to, no, I don't want to go there. Yeah, let's go into the medicine shop. You have to buy a lot of healing items instead. Who's the shop owner? This person? Yeah. Okay, so let's buy... this is the revival item, which is the most useful thing, but it's really expensive. So I'm gonna buy one at this stage. And then these are makeup, which I think is only for Kyosuke as an item, but it's really expensive as well. Okay, so I'm reaching the time limit, so I'll just cut here and I'll see you in the next part.